You see, Tinubu's presidency is a curse and it's also a blessing at the same time. Let me explain. Tinubu's presidency has actually revealed the content of the hearts of many servants of God in Nigeria, especially from the southwest. Tinubu's presidency has revealed their hearts to the entire world, or let me say, for the entire world to see. A lot of them are tribal bigots. I'm talking about the pastors, servants of God from the southwest, the Yoruba origin, servants of God. A lot of them are tribal bigots. Shame on all of them, tribal bigots, shameless people. I'm not going to mention name. They know themselves. Tinubu's presidency has revealed them. Not only them, a lot of the Yorubas, those that are tribal bigots. Of course, there are good ones out there that really means well. The ones that mean well for Nigeria, that want the betterment of Nigeria. We have them there. But the wicked ones, the tribal bigots that Tinubu's presidency has revealed their hearts, the evil ones, God will judge all of you. God will judge all of you. It's like some of the servants of God, the pastors and so-called GOs, it's like they don't believe in hell anymore. They don't think there is hell or there is heaven. So therefore, they are just misbehaving, doing anyhow, discarding what the Bible says concerning bad leaders. Concerning bad leaders. What the Bible says, none of them is talking about it. They are rather looking for ways to sugarcoat the bad leadership of Tinubu, the bad governance of Tinubu. They are hiding it. They don't want to talk about it. It is a shame on the servants of God from the southwest. And there are other ones, of course, not only the ones from the southwest. There are other ones, the imams, the ones, whoever that is teaching religious teaching in that Nigeria. They are all fake. All of you, you are all fake people. None of you can boldly come out and speak to Tinubu. Only few of them that are speaking against this bad governance, this Tinubu government. Only few of them that are speaking against it. And we know them. The ones that sugarcoating Tinubu's government, that don't want to speak the truth, we also know you. And heaven is watching. God is watching, and the whole world is watching you people. Fake, tribal, bigots. That's what all of you are. Some of you, the servants of God, the general GOs, all the general overseers, the GOs. You are all shameless. That's why I have zero respect for any of you. I have zero respect for you people. I don't care those that are laying down, rubbing themselves on the floor when they see you people, bowing to you people, oh, daddy, mommy. I don't care about bullshit, daddy and mommy. I don't care. I have zero respect for all of you because you guys are not portraying the nature of Christ. You don't have God in you. You are just exalting yourself here, placing yourself in a position so that people can worship you. People are rather worship instead of worshiping God through you. And now you see what is going on in Nigeria. Some of you can't boldly speak against what you're saying. People are being buyed daily. Innocent Nigerians are being buyed daily. None of you can speak against that. You are all mute. And when you manage to come out, you are speaking gibberish. Not talking about what is actually going on in the country. And it's unfortunate that we have some of you as leaders of faith in the country. It is a shame. Tribal bigots.
If at this point of your life as a Nigerian, you see they believe any pastor for this country, then you need help. You need help. Oh. Check the way all the pastors for Nigeria today, when we see they criticize Jonathan at that time. Because you know, Jonathan, a person we say, no, if we take away their church, and no, if we take away anything. Now they talk say Tinubu not being the problem of Nigeria. In fact, Tinubu are the best thing after Akara. Because say he don't give order. He no go wear khaki. He no go enter inside bush, go release those children. The same pastors, they went to protest, wrote open letters to Jonathan when Chibok girls matter happened. But the same pastors now, they are now supporting Tinubu in that area where they criticized before. And you are telling me that these are the men of God you are looking up to. So, what I want you to know is that you have to know God for yourself. These people are not middlemen between you and God. Do I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in God the way these pastors are going through it? No. Do I believe in their way? No. So you have to actually establish yourself and worship your God the way you think you know him. They don't care about you. You think they do? Don't worry. Go check, go price their schools where they build. You will feel go there. Or try see them. You will feel get access to them.
See, we have a serious problem as a people. The problem basically is not just secular, but the problem is both secular and religious. we have a serious problem. You see, the kind of religion, the kind of Christianity they brought to us in Nigeria is what I named master slave kind of religion, where you're not permitted to hold your pastor to account. You don't have the right, or you shouldn't call your pastor and ask your pastor questions when it's needed. And this is very dangerous. And that's what we are brought into our secular space, where we cannot even hold our own government accountable. Now, yesterday, I did a video about the statements Pastor Adeboye made in the US. You see, a lot of people on social media, most people respectfully, they didn't insult him. They are just calling him, holding him to account. And I also knew that in my own video that yesterday, because of his caliber of person, I try not to. Even at the point I said, I don't want to say that he's lying. I want to say that it is not true. Yeah. So we tried our best. Some of us tried our best to pass this message to Pastor Adeboye respectfully. And I've seen in our comment sections, a lot of people's comment section, in my comment section, people are coming to defend what Pastor Adeboye has said. Yeah. And majority of them are members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Yeah. Who definitely, their father have spoken. Even though their father have spoken wrongly, people call their father to order. Yeah, they have the right to say, like this. But I want to say this, that I keep saying it. I'm a church boy. Like, I grew up in church. Most of the pastors who have walked under, they will be watching this video. You see, I'm a church boy. I grew up in church. You see, I now try to marry the religion they brought to us in Africa, the Christianity they brought to us, and in Europe also, try to see the people who brought this religion to us. I saw that the one they brought to us in Africa is more of slavery. Yeah, but in where you don't have liberty, even though the Bible says in the presence of God there's liberty, but the people who we call men of God, where we look up to, you dare not call them to account. Yeah, but over here, you see, you can tell your pastor like this, and he will say yes. You could tell me that, okay, it's the system. Yeah, it's the system. Maybe the way the government system is, because of the freedom of speech, the human right and all that. But in Africa, you don't have human right, you don't have freedom of speech as much as in the Europe. I see a lot of people coming on social media, coming to say, you dare not talk to a man of God, you dare not do this. Pastor Adeboye is like this, that they were trying to defend and all that. But the truth is that for us to move as a people, to advance as a people, we must call what is not good by its name. You don't paint it. What is not good is not good. I said it in my video yesterday. They should tell Pastor Adeboye to just, please, sir, with all due respect, keep quiet on anything that has to do with the national issue. Focus on your calling. If at every point you want to come and defend this evil government just because the wife is a pastor in your church, many people that are working under him, they are pastors in your church. You could see sentiment in everything that Pastor Adeboye speaks most of the time. Except if he is going to be talking on national issues objectively, then he's free to talk. But where he's going to be giving sentiment, that is not allowed. That shouldn't be allowed. Now, a lot of us were wondering, why is Pastor Adeboye like this? During Goodluck Jonathan's time, these are all the publications that Vanguard newspaper brought out on Pastor Adeboye, about Pastor Adeboye on Goodluck Jonathan. Whipping that man from left side center with publications on, petitions on the buying of Christians. Even though we know that Goodluck Jonathan is also a Christian. But because Christians were buying, they went. And I saw a lot of gullible Redeemed Christian members who had come on my comment section to say Pastor Adeboye did not participate in the 1 million march. He did not protest and all that. But all of them are on social media. Now, when I now began to think, why is Pastor Adeboye trying to be political? Why is he trying to be sentimental in this whole case? Until I stumbled on this news. His son was given a contract in Kaduna State under the leadership of El-Rufai of about 8 billion naira to carry out a road project. According to the news, he did not complete that road project. Yeah, the Kaduna State government were going to take the matter to court. The guy ran to the court to stop the probe. Now, he didn't finish the project. Did he return the money? That is the question we should be asking. So you can see where all these things are coming from. I have said it before. When you begin to dine with people that don't have integrity, when you begin to soil your hands with things that, you cannot defend tomorrow, the raining day, you will not be able to stand to defend yourself. $8 billion naira. So, we should be able to call, people are bound to make mistakes. I don't know, in Nigeria, we see pastors as gods. They are not gods. They are first men before they were called. I've been in a gathering before where a man of God told my wife, my own wife, I will not mention the name of the church, I will not mention the man of God, told my wife, it hasn't told them in the gathering that they should follow him the way he followed Christ. And my wife challenged that and said, sir, how could you tell me to follow you the way you follow Christ? Why can't I follow Christ the way I know how to follow Christ? And he was like, how dare you challenge me? Like, sir, I don't know how you follow Christ. Can I follow Christ in my own way? According to the scripture. I don't have to look at you because I'm not always with you. I don't know how you follow Christ. Can I follow Christ? And they walked her out of the church. You see what I'm talking about? The fear that these people put in their members to make them feel like God. At the time, they said if you talk about a man of God, you will die. That was another fear they put on you. If you talk about a man of God, you will die. You will run mad. You might not make it. You will this. You will that. So even when I see the man of God committing adultery, I should not talk. If I see the man of God, doing things that are against the constitution of the land, I should not talk. Or against humanity, I should not talk. I am not judging him, but I speak up. I'm only like a whistleblower. I speak up. So you see how they cage a lot of us and put us. It's everywhere. All of them. You see them. Few of them are beginning to speak up. Like the other guy who came out to talk about the protest that they called off. The thing don't read the guy truth. The guy had to speak up. God has sent us to raise disciples, not slaves.
You see, people like Papa Adeboye, people like Kumuyi, they are part of the problems we have in Nigeria today. In fact, they are the weapon fashioned against Nigeria, and they are prospering. Don't be deceived by these their religious houses. You see, these their religious houses are political extensions. These their religious houses is almost like a slave camp. They use religion to enslave the people. They use religion to put the people, to press the people down. They use religion as a control mechanism. You see, not just Papa Adeboye and Kumuyi. Anyone and everyone that speaks like them, thinks like them. I'm talking about a country like Nigeria where in the past 8 years, more than 700,000 Nigerians have been unalived by bandits and terrorists. More than 300,000 Nigerians have been nabbed. More than 5 billion have been paid in ransom. And somebody in a religious house, just because they call themselves that the GO, will tell you that we don't have the right to criticize this government. They will tell you that this government is doing their bit, they are doing their best. They will tell you that you should cast all your hope on God. I do not have problem with religion as its own, but I have every problem with the kind of religion that's been practiced in Africa. That is slavery. There is nothing religious about what is going on in Africa. And I'm not talking about Christians alone. I'm talking about Islam. And I'm also talking about atheists. I'm talking about traditional rulers. Traditional rulers are even the worst. They no longer listen to the gods. They become the gods. They become the political gods in their communities and localities. They now worship the oppressors. They have to go and play by the rules of the master, the rules of the politicians. Because if they don't, there'll be no SUV for them. There will be no monthly allowance for them anymore. So their religious houses or their spiritual houses has been politicized and infiltrated. That the gods no longer speak in those houses. The gods are now wayward. The gods are now gallivanting, walking around like evil spirits. You see, the religion they use in Africa is a control mechanism, bro. This is a place where people will avoid accountability and responsibility. This is a place where questions are dodged. This is a place where nobody would actually come out and own up to their share. Bro, I'm talking about a country like Nigeria. People will mess up. They will tell you, oh, it's the spirit of the devil. Pray for them. Whereas in a functioning society, 90% of what they do in Nigeria, they cannot try 5% of it in a functioning society because they will be jailed. I'm talking about these their religious houses that are not even regulated. They are not under any regulation. Nobody checkmates them. But in a functioning society, you cannot do certain things as a leader. There are certain things you can't even open your mouth to say. They will shut you down or they'll find you with no good. You see, all these religious leaders, they are our problem. If you like, call me Antichrist, call me a man of the devil, call me a man of Tinubu, because this current President Tinubu's regime is worse than the devil regime itself.
Oh, I am very, very happy. I thank God for Tinubu. Without Tinubu, I wouldn't have known that we can have fake bishops. Without Tinubu, I wouldn't have known that some men that I thought were honorable men are not honorable. Without Tinubu, I wouldn't have lost more than half the people I grew up with and thought were my friends, who have now discovered are largely ethnic and ethno-religious jingoists. And they are not just Yorubas. Some Igbos are amongst them, and some Hausas as well. I'm talking about friends across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Tinubu has been very good at unveiling the true nature of people. So all the horrible people who had been busy protesting to be men of God, one can see them clearer. That's because of Tinubu. If Tinubu were to be a man whose evil was ambiguous, if it was possible to say maybe he's not bad, it would have been very easy for them to continue pontificating and sounding like men of God. But the fact that the man is so unrepentantly and clearly evil, and they have found accommodation for him, and they are the ones excusing the evil, explaining the evil, looking to normalize the evil. They don't even mind taking off their own garments of honor to cloak a filthy felon. Tinubu can only be thanked though. I thank God for Tinubu. Without Tinubu, I wouldn't know the things I know today. Some people I thought were men. In fact, some people I thought were gods have been revealed to be men. Just men. So Tinubu has been a very good thing for this country. Excellent thing. How would we have known how useless our judiciary is if it wasn't for Tinubu? Tinubu has been a fantastic blessing to Nigeria. So now we know that some men who used to pontificate about honesty does not matter to them. Men who used to talk about citizenship, freedom, electoral rights, it doesn't matter to them. Now we know. If it wasn't for Tinubu, how would I know? Some men would have gone to their graves with honor if it wasn't for Tinubu. Do you know how many people Tinubu has turned naked? No, I am thankful for Tinubu. Tinubu is the best thing that has happened to me in my adult life. He has helped to bring, with his darkness, he has brought light. You know when you turn on the light in a room full of rats and you see them scurrying away? That's what Tinubu has done. Without Tinubu, we wouldn't have known just how depraved our society has become. All of a sudden, in this society, it doesn't matter that a man's name is unknown. It doesn't matter that his parentage is unknown. It doesn't matter that he probably went to school being a female. It does not matter. Nothing matters again because of Tinubu, and you say I shouldn't be happy. I'm exceedingly happy at his emergence. He has shown the decadence of the society. Tinubu is the mirror that has been pushed in this society's face, and I'm enjoying watching every minute.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. You see, I maintain my stance on this, that for men of God who cannot speak the truth to power, who cannot say it as it is, and who cannot hold the government accountable for their ills and for what they are doing to the masses, for the destruction they are causing to this country, it's better they keep quiet. The current generations of leaders are the ones responsible for the destruction and the dilapidation of this country, because what they met, leaders before them, what they give them, what they left for them was free education, finishing your school and getting jobs immediately, robust security architecture of the country, a working country and a working nation. That was what was left for them. But could that same thing left for them be said of this current generation? They want to hold this current generation responsible for what is happening, but the ills and the root of this problem we are facing currently today in our nation stems from the crops of the current leaders we are having today. And pastors are also part of this problem. Most of these men of God that we have today, are part and parcel of this problem we are facing as a nation today. We've been trained as Christians not to criticize our Father in the Lord, but at this point, it is time we speak truth to power and speak truth to whoever needs to hear it, because Christianity is not about slavery. The fact that people respect you and hold you high esteem and they don't talk back at you does not mean that you can just come and play over the intelligence of your member or people who you high esteem and people who revere you. That is not the case, because if you are coming to downplay the misadministration, misrule of this government, and like the misappropriation of this government and the misfit of this government, if you are trying to downplay what it's doing to the current Nigeria, and you're trying to say that, oh, the problems that this current administration is facing never spur from them alone, then of course it's better you keep quiet instead of like coming out to speak, because at this point Nigerians are enraged and Nigerians are at the brim already. The threshold of our patience is almost overreached, and at this point we've got every right to tell you to just keep your mouth shut and allow Nigerians who are really interested in speaking the truth to power to come out and speak. It's not by force you speak, and like, you don't come just to come and defend people because you want to do it for a purpose or whatsoever. Whatever you are doing today, just know that you are leading a people, you are leading a congregation, and God will hold everyone accountable for their deeds and whatsoever they say. Because at this point, I don't know why this double standard is happening. People who were so quick to criticize, who were so quick to hold previous administration accountable, who were criticizing them and calling for them to resign, are the same people who are downplaying what is happening today, even when it's far worse than what we used to have before. Nigerians were like in paradise during Jonathan's administration, but we are living in penury today. Nigerians are living, most Nigerians are falling into they're falling into poverty today. A vast majority of them are destitute. Why? Because of what this current administration has brought upon Nigerians. Then people will now come and say they want to downplay what this administration has brought upon Nigeria. For what reason? It is preposterous, and it's not even supposed to come. We are not even supposed to talk about this at all. Of course, you can defend it whatever you want to defend in the private, but coming out, because you are going, your thoughts and your thought process or whatever you say, you have followers who are like, who follow you regardless of whatsoever thing you're saying, whether it's right or not right. You understand? So it's better not to deceive those ones, because we have an election coming and we have something to do. That's, we have an election coming come next year, and Nigerians don't want to be deceived to make the wrong choices again. And that's the reason why we don't want stuff like this to even be coming at this. Just like, okay, we can liken it to the eve of the election, because like, okay, the election is next year and we just have a few months to the election, but you want to water down, you want to like reduce, downplay what Nigerians are facing. It's not going to happen. Just keep your mouth shut and don't even speak about it at all. The pastors and the men of God that we have in this country, people who we revere and who are not ready to speak up and who are not ready to say the truth to power, should better not say anything instead of coming to defend this. And that's just what I have to say. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit the channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.